Is it going? Okay. This is the assignment for after school opportunities for advisory. I am here with the wonderful, elusive Mr. Martinez.
Thank you for having me, Chris.
Yes, no problem. You're the best teacher we have here. Now,
Thank
the school I have chosen is UC Davis, and I am here with Mr. Martinez because he has graduated from UC Davis. Now, first off, what type of school is UC Davis? Is it a trade school or research school? Like, what do they mostly focus on? Science?
UC Davis is a four-year college, but a lot of people take more than 4 years. There actually are 4 different colleges within the College of UC Davis. So there's the Agriculture and Environmental Science College, there's the College of Biological Sciences, there is the Engineering College, and then there is the College of Arts and Humanities. So there's a lot of different options and topics and majors, but it's mostly science and engineering more than anything else, but there's a lot of other stuff across the board. There's arts, there's music, there's humanities, but as far as majors go, it's very science-based, very agriculture-based, because that's actually how they started in the first place. UC Davis started as the ag school for UC Berkeley. So before it even was its own school, it was a satellite school of Berkeley. And then it became its own thing that very much focused on agriculture and science and animal husbandry. And then it branched out into a bunch of other things at the same time.
I did not know that. Second question, is UC Davis hard to get into?
It is not as difficult as some schools, but it is significantly more difficult than other schools. It is in the UC program, which is a little bit more difficult to get into than the CSU program. But right now there's also a big push to get a lot more students in a lot of the UCs. I think statistically it is, at least in California, it is one of the more difficult schools to get into as far as public schools go, not including private schools, that's a different thing. But over the past, especially 5 to 10 years, they have been actually increasing their requirements. The GPA average has gone up. The things that they're looking for have increased because they have more people applying. When you have more people applying, you can have a bigger selection to pick from, which means you can make your criteria a little bit more specific. But at the same time, it's not all about GPA either. It's everything all at once. Right? It's the GPA, it's also your extracurriculars, it's also volunteer hours, it's also what you can write well on your personal essay. So it's a lot of different things that are all kind of working together for that.
Next question, how would you get around campus?
Usually I would get around campus in one of probably 3 ways. Biking is the biggest thing that happens over there. Almost everybody has a bike. It gets a little crazy, especially for the first week. Honestly, for the first week of school, the seniors usually don't bike because it's pure chaos. All the freshmen are learning how to bike. So there's usually somebody that brings a couch out to like a roundabout and just like plops down and just sits there all day watching all the bike crashes, because there will be a lot that first week. It also feels very much like a Mario game where you're trying to like move through these moving obstacles. It's very fun. If you're not into biking though and avoiding people, I've gotten into several bike accidents. It's not ideal. Walking. It's not a small campus, but I walked a lot. There was about 2 years where I just lost my bike. I think my bike got stolen, which happens a lot. Right. I went through 3 or 4 different bikes. Yeah. So I was walking for some time. The bus is a great system. It doesn't go around inside of the campus, but it will bring you anywhere from campus to the entire rest of the city at the same time. So,
what majors do they offer?
They offer a lot of different majors, a lot of different sciences. In fact, I was in 4 different majors in my 5 years that I was there. All different types of sciences, all in the College of Agriculture and Environmental Science. But different subsections of that. So, I started as an animal biology student, and then I went to wildlife, fish, and conservation biology, and then I went to biological sciences, and then I ended up with entomology as my final year.
And that is what you graduated in?
That's what I graduated in, yeah. Studying insects, in forensics, and also in bees and wasps and bees.
Well, that question did answer the other question I was going to ask you. What did you major in?
Yeah, so I majored in entomology, which is the study of insects. It actually started as my minor, but then it became really cool, and also it became the one that You know, I've checked most of the boxes off on it anyway. So it all really just worked out. I ended up not actually getting a minor because I had to do a couple of different swaps. But I was really close actually. If I'd have stuck around for another 2 quarters, I could have nailed it. But I didn't want to do 6 years. I was done by then.
Would you recommend UC Davis to other people?
Absolutely, yeah. Davis is a beautiful campus. There's a lot of stuff to do. There's a lot of stuff to do when you get into groups. Realistically, there's not a lot of stuff going on in Davis and Sacramento, but the people exist, right? So I was in the marching band for my entire time out there, almost, and that helped me be better at classes and be better at everything, honestly. There's so many different organizations out there. There's the fraternities and sororities, there's different clubs, there's different sports teams, there's intramurals, there's nonsense sports. I played Quidditch for a couple of seasons with a broomstick. You're just running around on the grass. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. And it's a huge place. You know, you can get volunteer scholarships from a bunch of different places. I worked at the Honeybee Haven that works with Haagen-Dazs ice cream. So that's where they get their honey for the ice cream flavors. There's a cat colony, there's a raptor center, there's a primate center, there's a bunch of stuff over there.
Wow.
It's a really, really cool place.
Sounds like it's a well-rounded school.
Yeah. Plus, the vibe of the city is really, really nice. Also, it's not. It's a very college town. Everybody there is either the same age, college age, or their parents. And they typically live in different areas of the city too. So it's like, here's everybody that you're going to school with, and they all live here.
Well, that about wraps up the interview.
Yeah.
So thank you, Mr. Martinez.
Of course. Glad we can make it happen.
And what did you class?
EV5.
Everybody come down to EV5. Do well in your biology classes so we can all get into a very good college. Like Mr. Martinez.
Heck yeah.
Thank you. Cut.